Hey, how about that introduction? Always a good time seeing Jeeps flying through sand dunes, right?
Love it, love it, love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Beyond the Bumper. I am your host, Josh, with E3 Offroad. Beyond the Bumper is E3 Offroad, E3 Overland's official video podcast. And today we have some very, very special guests with us. We have one of our ambassadors, Jaimee, who runs the Girls Play Offroad,
Good
and
morning.
we have Jason, who runs RucRack. Got to have some applause, right? We got to make you guys feel special.
Josh,
So,
I heard you were the Joe Rogan of the off-road world.
the Joe Rogan of the off-road world. Wow,
I
man,
like that.
that's a pretty big thing to live up to. Yeah, no
Right.
one's ever really said that to me. So we're gonna chat a little bit with Jason. He's gonna tell us about his company RucRack and what they do and how he started and all the really cool stuff that he offers for off-roaders. And we're just gonna have some fun over the next few minutes and just chat with everybody. So without further ado, welcome Jaimee, welcome Jason.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Doing fantastic. So let's chat. Jason, tell us about RucRack. What is RucRack?
RucRack. Well, RucRack was an idea born because of my wife. My wife and I were going on our first, before we were married, our first trip together, and I had left her the Jeep to pack while I was at work, and I came home and I wanted to take my freedom panels off and put them in the back. And then I came around the back side of the Jeep, opened it up, and it's full. So I figured that out for that trip, but I wanted something to make a little extra space. I didn't want a roof rack, and I didn't want one of those conventional plug-in hitch racks because of the issues with those. So I went out on Google and I came back from that trip and I looked and looked and looked and I really couldn't find anything that really fit what I needed. So I built one. And so the first one was just for the freedom panels. And over the last 6.5 years, it has grown into the multifunctional modular system that it is today, which is a cargo system, a bike rack, a tailgater table, places to put your tools, places to put your roto packs, as well as a myriad of other functions that played into the overland and camping and beachgoer world. And that's where I'm at today.
Very cool. Can you put all your broken parts on it?
Yes, I've actually had some customers send me a front drive pictures of front drive shafts in it and and all kinds of crazy stuff. Yes,
That's funny. See, now that's would be a good marketing message for you. You know, you could show pictures of broken parts on this and be like, "Look, hey, even if you break your Jeep out on the trail, look what you can do with this." You know,
right,
so,
right. Yeah,
very cool.
it was just Jeeps are great vehicles, but they're not well known for their space, especially if you have a two door.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a necessity uh, for Jeepers, and especially if you're going on long trips or maybe you just show up at Lowe's and the wife says, "Hey, I like those flowers for the flower bed," and you don't want to put them in the back of your Jeep, so you just pull the RucRack out, and there you go.
Very cool. So, how long have you been doing this? Like, how long has the company been around?
So the idea came in my head in probably August of 2017, and the first one was sold at Myrtle Beach Jeep Jam in August of 2020.
Wow.
And we've been through 5 renditions of it, and I think we've reached the pinnacle of usage for it now, and it's really ready for the mainstream.
Got it. And you do all the R&D and engineering and everything there in house?
Yes, so we do all of the CAD work, there's a thumb drive over there on my desk of 565 CAD files.
Wow. And you got to put that in a safe. You got to keep that secure, you know?
Right. There's been like 17 renditions on paper, but only 5 of them have seen the market.
Very cool. Jaimee, I know you have a rucRack.
I love my rack. So Jason and I got
I
together.
love your rack too. That's great.
So I over 2 years ago, I saw the rucRack online, and then Jeremy Rowe had it, and I decided to stalk Jason, and he
Yeah.
can tell you I literally stalked him. And our first conversation, I think, was 2 hours long, and it was like just family that didn't know that we were like long lost family. And so I got my rack. We Jason powder coated that along with my P3 billet shackles for me. This way everything matched, and put it on. And I have torture tested that dang thing. I have backed into trees. I have put a ton of weight on it. I love it. I swear by it. I'm proud to have rucRack on the side of my Jeep. They were on before E3 was, and my 2 favorite companies. But yeah, the rucRack, I swear by. I've used it for the beach. I've used it for camping. It's great when girls play off-road is doing a trail ride, and I'm able to use it for lunch. Stick a cooler on the bottom during, as we're standing out there. And we've got the top down for a table so that this way, I hate standing around and having to hold everything. So the rucRack has made my life a whole lot easier. And working with an American company and someone like Jason has just been fantastic.
Funny story. I didn't actually get to meet Jaimee until after I met her husband. So I drove to the Bantam Jeep Fest in Pennsylvania 2 years ago.
Yep.
And I had a caliper bolt back out on the front caliper of my Jeep somewhere in Podunk, West Virginia. And I stopped at a Walmart and bought me some heavy duty zip ties and zip tied it up and drove on the parking brake all the way to Bantam. And John drove 3 hours to meet me to bring me a caliper bolt so I can get back home. So to say that Jaimee and John are good people is an understatement.
Yeah. Jaimee, she's good people.
Just try it. Nice.
Now, I know you develop products obviously for Jeeps, and you do also do some stuff for Ford Broncos. Eric, one of our other ambassadors, he loves you. Actually, we talked to him not too long ago, and he gave lots of kudos to you, Jason, and rucRack and everything. So you obviously develop products for Jeeps and Ford Broncos. Is there any other vehicles that your product can go on?
So yes, we're launching a product. We're on a pre-sale right now, but we're launching a product here in April called the Compact Rack, and it is just a bike rack cargo carrier combo that you will be able to then turn into a removable wagon.
Oh,
so that will fit in any 2-inch receiver on any vehicle, camper, SUV, pickup truck, and the ruck wagon accessory kit will fit any rucRack, whether it's on a Jeep or Bronco or truck or any of our rucRack models. So imagine being able to go to the beach or to the campground, take the basket off, set it on the ground, and then take your stuff with you. I think that's going to be a game changer for people, and I've released some information about it, but we're going to do a big announcement here in the next 30 days.
wow, that's exciting. That's pretty cool. Before we go on, also, just want to remind anyone who is watching this on a couple of things. So if you go to E3 Offroad /GPOR, you can see on the screen, and sign up as a member and use promo code E3 Team VIP, all lowercase, you can get 25% off any membership. And it doesn't matter what tier. It could be our standard, it could be premium, it could be our light, it could be monthly, it could be annual. And if you were to add on any other licenses from our other brands like aviation, camping, firearms, you can also get 25% off of all of that as well. So make sure you hit up that link, e3offroad.com /GPOR. It helps out Jaimee and her organization, and use the promo code, take 25% off, and really enjoy everything that E3 has to offer. Now, also because of the fact that Jason at RucRack is one of our official partners, as an E3 member, you also can get an exclusive deal inside the member platform. So when you sign up today as a member, not only do you get the 25% off by using the promo code, but you can go into the member platform, you can buy one of Jason's awesome, incredible products from RucRack, and you can get a really cool deal on it.
And I can tell you this: the deal that E3 has through that program is better than any deal you can find on the internet. So if you are a
There you go.
Offroad member, you get a RucRack. You can get a RucRack with our discounts through this program cheaper than anywhere else on the internet, and I promise you that it's actually cheaper than the show pricing that I do.
Very cool. So there you go. There's an awesome reason. One of many, many reasons of why you should be an E3 member today. So, Jason, you've talked a little bit about your product. You've talked about how you started. How long have you been an off-roader? How did you get into the industry?
So at the age of 15, I had a K5 Blazer that me and my dad built up, and that was my first off-road experience with that. And I have had a Jeep in my name personally of some shape, form, or fashion since 1999.
Wow.
I'm, I'm a long, loyal brand to Jeep, although you will see in the background here the new Bronco that we've added to our fleet. So yes, so I've been off-roading since I was a kid.
Nice. It's funny. I was talking to some people, and it's interesting how Jeep owners and Bronco owners like to mess with each other when out on
Yes,
the trails. It's a little bit of that competitive camaraderie, I guess you could call it.
yes,
Going out. I mean, obviously, there's always going to be jerks out there that think that they're more superior than the next crowd or the next, type of owners. But yeah, it's funny, hearing some of the banter that goes back and forth. But it's all on good fun.
it is. It is. I'm a member of a local club here, and we really rib each other. But it at the end of the day, it is really fun. So yeah, and it's a group. I can tell you the Jeep community itself has been very good to me, and the Jeep community, everybody says the cult that's outside of the community, but the Jeep people just seem to be more generous and kind, and it's just amazing the things that we have done through with the veteran community, with the first responder community. Um, we just did a ride for a fallen officer here about 3 weeks ago, um, that raised $20,000 for a fallen officer here in Greensboro, North Carolina. And I can go on and on and on about how really good people are in the Jeep community, and it's been fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of amazing people, and the Jeep community is great. Everyone comes together and everyone helps each other. Everyone loves each other. Unless you own an electric Jeep, then nobody likes you. But other than that, no, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm not. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, the Jeep community is great, and just the off-road, the four-wheel drive community in general.
Yes.
Doesn't matter what you own, whether it's a truck, a Tacoma, 4Runner, a FJ Cruiser, a Jeep, Bronco, whatever. Everyone, they come together for that common bond, just to have fun and enjoy each other. And life gets crazy sometimes. All of us, we have our full-time jobs, we work our 9 to 5. And when the weekend comes, we just want to get away. We want to be able to decompress and just have some fun, be around like-minded people, and just really sort of just get away from all the hustle and bustle that life throws at us. And off-roaders are able to do that, and even overlanders. We're able to come together on the weekends and share that common thing that everybody loves, and we're able to learn from each other and empower each other and educate each other and just have a great time doing it.
It's really a great hobby. And it's more about the people than the equipment. And I'll say that all day long. Toyota, Bronco, Jeep, um, Dodge pickups, whatever you have, we just like to go have fun, and it's just a great hobby.
Yeah. And what's even great too, there's so many new people and young people who are getting into the field and the industry and the sport of it, which is great because, people, they go out, they buy their rigs, and they want to get into the off-roading industry, but they don't know where to start or how to begin or whatever. And people like Jaimee at Girls Play Off-Road, who can help new people really get into it and learn as much as they can, is fantastic. The first time somebody puts their rig in four-wheel drive and they crawl over a log, it's like, the heavens opened up and it's like this amazing thing to them. So it's cool to see a lot of younger people and new people getting into it and learning, and then kind of excelling, and watching them go through the journey of building up their rig and adding products, suspension, and things like that, as well as products that you build as well, Jason. So it's great that there are companies out there who are looking to be the forefront of the industry and build these unique and really exciting products that people can put on their rig, and not just be safe in everything they do, but it can kind of enhance their level of being able to go off-roading and overlanding.
And I want to add to that too. People like Jaimee. So I did some research, and in 2019 and 2020, and I haven't gone back and looked at any statistics past that, but 2019 and 2020, 40% of all new Jeep sales went to women. So people like Jaimee that are out there teaching these new wheelers and newbies what to do, and then teaching them, hey, it's okay to put your foot on the skinny pedal and go through it. It's going to be all right. And Jaimee's really good at the skinny pedal.
Yeah.
People like Jaimee, and then you got in the Bronco world, you got Krista with Buckle Up Buttercup, and there's so many other women wheelers. Heather Joaz, who I just met with Poor Off-Road Coffee,
Yep.
she's great. All these women wheelers are really an inspiration, and I love seeing more and more women working on their own vehicles and wrenching and off-roading and not being as timid as, and Jaimee, people like Jaimee are bringing those people into their world, and I love it.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great thing, being able to bring a lot of new people into it. And, hey, I've seen some videos and I've heard some stories that the women out there are giving the men the run for the money.
Yes,
And
yeah.
We are. So, it's been great to educate people. So 2 weeks ago, we were at Motorama and I met some families, and one guy's like, well, I'd like to do this, but I have a pickup truck. And so he's now messaged me on Facebook. He's going to be joining. He's like, I've got to put a lift and skids. I said, we could take you on dirt roads and get you started, and you're okay until we get you up. Like, you don't need your skids just yet. And, but it's been incredible. So talking about giving back, one of the biggest things that Girls Play Off-Road does is that we collect prom dresses for underprivileged teens that can't afford their prom. This morning actually is our second prom dress giveaway for 2024. So over the past year, we've collected 300 prom dresses. I have had people that are finding out about this event calling my Girls Play Off-Road cell phone. Can I drop dresses off at your house? How do I get dresses to you? How do I get dresses to you? I have a friend in New York that, she's in her 60s and she's going around and collecting prom dresses for people. And then we bring them out here. And it's amazing to see the change in these girls' lives with their lighting up and trying them on. And now I've got teens that got dresses last year. And because it meant so much to them, they're giving those dresses back so that those dresses get a third life and possibly a fourth life, and it's this giving back thing that I don't see in many other communities. Yeah, there's a lot of other groups and whatever that are donating money, and there's money to go around for everything. But this is, and I'm not trying to snub raising money because we do that also, but to collect dresses, and it's going to be starting in Florida as well. There's going to be a prom down there. We're working on that. but to help these girls all over the country. Like, markets are hard. Economy is real tight. You can eat or buy your daughter a $300 prom dress. Guess what? You're eating that prom dress. So I'm up here in Shamokin. There was an article recently that Shamokin is the poorest city in the entire state of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is a big state.
Yep.
The average income for this area is $32,000 a year. You go to New York City, that's not even starting salary for someone coming out of college, but that's what these people are living on. And that's kind of what attracted to me this area when I first started wheeling up here 7 years ago. Was I found so much of myself in the woods up here that, I had to give back. So it started with food drives and clothing drives and schlepping stuff out from Long Island to help and give back. And so the initiative of Girls Play Off-Road is to truly give back in whatever community you're in. So Florida's been doing school supplies, clothing drives. Now they are an ambassador for Jeeping for a Cure. And so we are raising money down there for Breast Cancer Research Foundation, which is great because that's what prom did last year. So breast cancer is so important. It affects women and men, and people think that it doesn't affect men. I know a couple of men who have lived through it. I know of someone who is losing his battle to breast cancer, and so it's not just a woman's sickness. And so so we try to give back to as many people as possible, but that's what this community is. And Girls Play Off-Road, we are not inclusive to Jeeps. We've got I've got a whole side-by-side community that's building, which is amazing. We have people on bikes. Are they dirt bikes, mountain? But what do you call those? The two-wheel things. I know it's a bike. We can't put a RucRack.
Motocross. How about that?
Okay, so motocross bikes, and Jason, and Josh, something will always trip me up. I've got a cat trying to get in the picture. No, Hooter, you're not in today. But we try to keep everyone included, because it's to find your people. We're not kids that can go to the schoolyard and play dodgeball and kickball and tag and find someone. And that's what I'm finding in this off-road community, is that it is so inclusive. You break down on the side of a trail, everybody is stopping to pick you up. As opposed to you're driving down the highway, someone breaks down, nobody is stopping. I mean, it might be like you don't know what you're getting, but but it's about caring. I think our hearts get a whole lot bigger once we hit those trails. You get freer, you forget about, all of the social crap. And it's about, just being kind.
Yeah. Unless you live in Long Island and people drive by and laugh at you.
Yeah. Well, we did do that on the beach, like we would offer, if you're not going to air down and you're just going to power through and bury your chassis, if we offer to help you, no, I got it. Okay. Then it's going to be, look, I'll offer to help you, but how about they're going to charge you $1,000. Give me $200. I'll pull you. No, I'm not giving you $200. Okay. You have your beach permit? No. Okay. So now I'm going to really sit here and laugh when you get hit with $1,000 fine. Your Jeep could be impounded and you're paying $1,000 for towing. Have at it.
Yep. Go cry with your duck.
Those people have to laugh a little bit. Oh, and yeah, here's a duck for you.
Yeah. I mean, some of the things that you've done, over the years has been absolutely incredible. And the fact that Girls Play Off-Road is expanding, you're going into other states, and the organization is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and more people. And you guys are doing so many events. And it's
wait, Josh, we're in Hawaii.
You're in Hawaii.
Jason, wow. I did beat you to that one. So I have a member. We sent decals out to Hawaii over a year ago. And Jason, and I tend to do things in tandem, and he just sent his first rack out to Hawaii this week.
Yeah.
So wow. I go everywhere from the Atlantic Ocean out to Hawaii. We've got members in just about every state. I am looking to expand this into chapters and states. We have Georgia, and the person who was running Georgia just stepped down. She's going through life. We'll just call it life. And so if there are members that are interested in getting involved in starting up chapters, I am totally open to it. We kind of we partner up with you. It's not just do and we give you nothing back. So I outfit them, I banner them for free. They get discounts on Girls Play Off-Road stuff. If they're selling stuff, they get commissions off of it. So we try to help out our community and those that are doing for us, within the organization as well. So an admin becomes more like an ambassador almost.
Yeah.
So this way, like get in this, get involved, have fun with this, and they get to run the state the way they want to, within reason. Don't, no drinking and driving stuff, but it's let's get that name out there and build this, let's build what's going on all over the country.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And we'll have to throw a big party when you start going international. Canada, Mexico,
Let's
Middle
go.
East.
Josh,
Like
I'm
that.
going to hire DJ California as the DJ for those international kickoff parties. We're going to be traveling together. We start in an island first,
So cool, man. Also, too, as an E3 member, when you go into the platform, you can check out our member calendar and you can look at all of the really cool events that Jaimee will be holding with the Girls Play Off-Road organization, all in her area and some of the other states where she's expanded into. One of the big things that we are focusing on this year in 2024 is events. So if you would like to go and hang out with Jaimee and do a meet and greet, because like I said, she is one of our ambassadors. Go hang out with her, learn from her, be empowered by her, learn about the organization, learn how they give back, and just really have a good time with her and everything that they do. And then once again, go into the member platform and get yourself a RucRack. You will be thankful that you have this piece of equipment on your rig. And it's not a matter of when you're gonna if you'll need it. It's a matter of when you'll need it. So make sure you pick up a RucRack. You get an awesome deal on it by being a member of E3 Offroad today. And like I said, you can get 25% off any of the membership levels by using E3 Team VIP. And use the link that you see on the screen, e3offroad.com/GPOR. It helps out Jaimee and allows her to put on more of these really cool events, allows her to do these big fundraising types of things. And you'll just be an awesome human being for supporting people like Jaimee and Jason as well.
Yes.
So if Jay, you're coming up to PA Mudfest, right?
Yes.
So if they come to PA Mudfest, this is taking place Memorial Day weekend, Friday the 24th to the 27th. You get to hang out with me and Jason. PA Mudfest takes place at Famous Riding Outdoors. PA Dirt Riders is putting this on. We are a sponsor of it. RucRack is becoming a sponsor of it. It is a weekend of insanity. Fans, vendors, food trucks, Barbie Jeep races, mud bogs, mud wrestling.
Oh, you got me hooked right now. You said Barbie Jeep races. I'm all in. I am so in. Yeah.
It is, so there's about we're able to sell up to 4,000 tickets this year. Last year there was a cap at 2,500, so we're going 4,000. It's an insane weekend of just camping, hanging out, wheeling. I will be in my booth. I will be wheeling with people. I made mud wrestle. I am not going to say it's not out of the question.
You gotta put on the big inflatable sumo suits and then go mud wrestle. So it's like mud wrestling sumo wrestlers.
So I would drown in some of these puddles with that weight of it on. But maybe, we might be seeing my rack for real in the mud. But it's got the big mud trucks and everything. It's a super cool event, and it's raising money for a local fire station. They need new gear desperately because, again, out here, the economics are not good at all. And so whatever we could do to help. And to get people to see what Famous Riding Outdoors is all about. It's 20,000 square acres. It's got about 8 different sections to it. It's a membership only park, and this is one of the few events during the year where you can get in. The cost $100 for 4 days of camping and wheeling. So you can't beat
You
the
can't
price.
beat that. Yeah, that's
For
so
a
worth
holiday
it.
weekend, you rent a house anywhere, you're talking about $400 a night. This is $100 for 4 days. So stupid cheap. Bonfires at night, bands, and I forget the name of the headlining band, but it's a really good time. And I always love hanging out. By my campsite, we'll be doing something stupid at night. So God knows what. So, by the way, speaking of stupid, I just had a member for New Jersey Jeep Invasion bring up to me that she wants us to have a Mohawk competition.
Mohawk competition. Wow.
Mohawk competition. So I went high and tight. So this is going to eventually, 53 years old. I'm going back to the Mohawk. So I've got between now and July 14th to, I don't know what's going to come of this. But this is one of those silly things. Members asked for it. We say, okay, yeah, sure. And I'm the idiot that goes along with it. So
are you going to do like in the 80s, where like they like slick it up and, make it, it's like, super,
that's right.
super high.
As far as this can go up, it will be going up. My husband has said he will jump into this arena. And so God knows what colors this will be. But, you've got to do something different. Boring, complacent, content, boring. So
I'm going to start calling you Johnny Rotten when you do that.
So, who knows? It will be, I'll be back to blonde. I'm a little overdue. But God knows what color it might take over. And so, yeah, we're going to do a Mohawk competition. If you're at New Jersey Jeep Invasion, we need to spice this up. And it's really bad that the members know that. Just, how about this? I don't say no. If it's within reason and nobody's getting hurt, why not?
Exactly. Yeah. It's all good fun.
Came up with an ice cream path. So, okay, let's eat at 8 ice cream places in a day. Sure. So, we've got some adventures that are coming. The shooting, the whitewater rafting.
Yeah, you got some awesome events that are on the calendar. And E3, we'll make sure that obviously we'll promote it, and we'll see what we can do about being at some of these events and just hanging out with everybody and just having a really, really good time.
Oh, and being at events, Newbie Day. This is going to be awesome. That is August 10th. Jason is going to be coming also. Wink, wink, wink. You've got 4 ambassadors that are going to be there. Eric Taylor will be there. Yep. I will be there. Wendy Norton from Newbie Women Wheelers.
Yep.
And we've got a Girls Own Garage. Sarah Vetta will be there. So this way you've got 4 masterminds plus Jason. And it's a weekend of camping and wheeling. We are going to be teaching from the ground up everything about a stock vehicle to a modified vehicle, what to do on the trails, how to recover. We're starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're going to end probably about 9 o'clock at night with a bonfire. And it's going to be a long day of fun. So tickets are going to be going on sale for that probably next week. And that'll include dinner and a t-shirt. And we're trying to get some recovery gear companies to come out. So this way as a sponsor. So if we have anybody that's working with us that has recovery gear and wants to have a part in this, we're always.
Why didn't you tell me? I got some friends that I'm going to hook you up with.
So Jason, I just asked you, and because you're going to be there. I do this to Jason all the time. Jason, you're going to come, right?
Yes.
And so in all fairness, Jason's got me and Eric also as ambassadors for his company. So I met Jason, love my Jason. So I have to introduce him to everybody. So then of course, meeting Josh, and Josh is like my hero and my mentor for all things,
Thanks.
Internet. You are. So you have, people don't talk about those that play a big part in other people's lives, and that change their lives. So Jason has been there as a big brother to me, that we could vent to each other about just about anything. And when it comes to running Girls Play Off-Road with this new internet craze thing, which, I started out small. I know nothing. Like the fact that I can turn on my computer is, I'm on an iPad today. I've stepped it up. Like, this is big. But when we took the position with E3 Offroad, I wanted to make sure I did everything right, and to spec for you guys. And so when I have questions of, is this okay for someone to do this or this or this, or how do I do this? Josh, you've been that guy. Like the value that I have found in E3 just by meeting you has been priceless because I have a mentor.
Thanks.
So it goes back to what this off-roading community does. So,
Yep.
you know, I was proud to introduce Jason to you. I will not endorse a company that I don't swear by. And so to have two of my favorite men in the internet, you know, and products and business together on this is kind of the best way for me to start my day. I am like supercharged. And yes, this is on no coffee, just water.
This is like the triangle of like awesome people, you know.
This
like,
is the trifecta of awesomeness.
Trifecta of awesomeness. I'm going to use that. That's an awesome like title.
You know I'm going to always make something up. So but we're squirreling.
All right. Well, we've sort of come to the top of the hour. I just want to say thank you again to Jaimee and Jason for taking the time to hang out.
Did we just lose Josh somewhere?
What's that?
Can't hear you.
Can't hear me. Oh no. Can you hear me now? Like the Verizon commercial? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Jason, can you hear it?
Yeah, I got it.
Where did my sound go?
Calm down, it'll be all right.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. Once again, if you are new and you're watching this, make sure you sign up today as an E3 member. Go to e3offroad.com/GPOR. Use the promo code E3TEAMVIP, all lowercase. Get yourself a really awesome discount. Go into the member platform, buy yourself a RucRack from Jason. Get a really good deal on it, the best deal in the industry. And you know, you are supporting an awesome business, a small business with products made here in the good old USA. And obviously check out the event calendar. Go hang out with Jaimee at all of her events that Girls Play Off-Road put together. And just be empowered, be educated, and be entertained as E3. This is what we stand for. And until next time, we'll talk to you guys again soon.